thank you so much for joining me on another episode of Why I Love Flagler County, your local podcast about letting local businesses on what they love about being a part of Flagler County. So, today I'm super excited to have my guest Morgan with us today. Thank you so much for joining us today, Morgan. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm excited to be here.
Of course. Well, I met Morgan, I think it's been about a month by at this point, I think now, which is so funny how time flies. But we met at the Professional Women of Flagler County, the breakfast, and then we got to connect one-on-one, and she has some great stuff that she's going to share. So I'm really, really excited. Also, this is a fun topic. I feel like, so I'll let her explain what she does, but this is just a fun topic to talk about. So I'm excited to learn some stuff. So thank you again, Morgan, for the time and coming on. And I'll let you kind of kick it off and tell me a little bit about your journey coming here to Flagler.
Yeah, of course. So my name is Morgan Perkins. I've been in Flagler County for about 15 years now, so I basically grew up here. I'm originally from Pennsylvania, but I will say the weather here is much better. So I did go to school here. My family actually ended up vacationing here in 2008, and we just have not looked back. The following year, we ended up moving here, and it's been really fun. Of course, when I moved here, I was in school. So that was a little bit shocking to me, but raising my family here now, I love it. And I'm so grateful for Flagler County being the way that it is.
Yeah, it's a really great district and system down here, and I know a lot of people have enjoyed seeing the way that it's grown because I mean I'm sure you've been here 15 years. You've just completely seen it transform in ways that a lot of us newbies can't even imagine sometimes.
That's right. And it's fun to see the growth because it's the evolution of our town, and seeing the families move here and all different kinds of demographics is just really cool to see,
Yeah,
honestly.
that's awesome. And being a part of that, I'm sure it must feel like, wow, this is awesome. That I feel like you're witnessing kind of a history moving moment for yourself. It's insane.
Exactly.
Um, that's so cool. Well, I would love for you to start talking a little bit about your business. So Studio 17 is what I remember it's called. And talk me through a little bit about starting that and then what is it that you guys are doing?
Yeah, of course. So Studio 17 is kind of like my third child. It's my little baby, and we are built on the foundation of simplifying self-care through skincare. And that's why it's a fun topic for me as well, because being a mom of two little ones, I get that self-care is probably not the highest on my list. Same with a lot of other parents and a lot of other people in general. So the foundation is definitely self-care, and we just like to encourage that through skincare, because when you look good, you feel good, and vice versa. It's just all very wholesome and it goes hand in hand. So yeah, that's what we focus on here, the skin treatments, skincare and things like that.
Yeah, well, I love that you touched a little bit on, when you go through something like that, you look good and then you feel good. And I think a very common misconception that sometimes we have in our brain is, oh, well, I'll go do that like when I feel like I deserve it, or I'll go later when I feel better about myself, or I'll go later. But it tends to have the opposite effect. When you're feeling a little bit down, you go up, you go to something like that, and you just get a great experience, and then you feel so much lighter. And then it just really affects, your day to day where you're like, oh, wait, this is a little bit easier for me. It doesn't feel as heavy nowadays. So I think that's a great thing that you touched upon.
I agree. And when you come into Studio 17, it is about skincare, but it's also about the experience. I want you to leave here feeling even better than when you walked in, and actually be able to leave everything at the door and just come in and be yourself and just be the way that you are, because you're welcome here however you are. So yes, but we do obviously focus on caring for the skin as well. So we have a few different treatments that we offer. Two of them are actually some of the fastest growing in the beauty industry, which I am honored to be able to bring that to Flagler County. One of them is called Pro Cell Microchanneling. And that, I mean, think of this as helping to defy aging, right?
Mhm.
So wrinkles, texture, enlarged pores, acne scarring, all these kinds of things, ProCell microchanneling is great for. And then Glow 2 Facial is another one. It's a three-step process, and it incorporates oxygenation, exfoliation, light ultrasound, and even a detox lymphatic massage. So it's super cool that all of this is in your backyard. And like I said, I'm just honored to be able to be the one to bring that to Flagler County.
Yeah, I'd love for you to talk a little bit about the treatments because I know that sometimes if maybe you've never heard of skincare, you've never done anything about, you've like barely had a facial, and you're like, sometimes people can hear these words and get a little bit spooked, but it's a very easy process, is what you told me, and it's very non-invasive, it's not like pins and needles going in and out of your face or anything like that, right?
That's right. It is non-invasive. The ProCell microchanneling is collagen induction. So collagen is the building block of our skin, and it's what helps our skin look youthful when we're young and maybe not so youthful when we're not as young, a little more mature. But the ProCell microchanneling will help you to bring back that youth to your skin no matter what age you're at. And so I think that's a beautiful thing. But no, it's not scary at all. And I
Right.
totally understand people thinking like, ooh, I don't know what it is, so I don't want to try it. But I'll tell you what, it's a game changer. Same with the Glow 2 facial, that is also non-invasive. And it just, you'll know it when you feel it because each
Mm-hmm.
step, like I said, there are 3 different steps, but each step is completely different and they all feel just so good.
That's so cool. And I love that. And something that you mentioned, especially about the collagen, when it comes to our skin, is that really these facials are meant to just kind of moisturize and massage the current cells in our skin and really just bring them out and make them a little bit more healthy. It's nothing crazy. You're not doing it. And no one is, inserting random things in your body that you wouldn't, already have. So I think that's really cool that you brought that up with all of this new technology. It's so cool to hear about all this stuff.
Yes, isn't it? And our bodies are magnificent vessels alone. Like they have the natural ability to do so much. And I will say that we are all about stimulating that, not
Mm,
inflaming anything.
right.
So it's stimulation over inflammation, and that's how we get amazing results.
Yeah, well, that's perfect. So, Morgan, if you want to talk really quick, so imagine if someone's listening and they've never had a facial, they've never really done much, maybe then like sometimes wash their face with soap. But they're interested in learning more. Where is the first place they can start, and what do they have to know before, maybe contacting you, or what they can learn when they first contact you?
Yeah, absolutely. I always encourage people to do their due diligence because there are a lot of people out there that are estheticians like myself, but I want them to know why they're coming to me because it is a different kind of experience. And they can check me out on studio17pc.com. And that is 17, the word spelled out, not just 1 and 7. And then I'm also on Facebook and Instagram at Studio17PC. And if you go to the actual booking site, you can see that there is a new client facial and consult. And I recommend new clients starting there because it's a great way for me to just take the time to learn about them, their lifestyle, their skin, and what they're looking to do.
Exactly. I think that's perfect that you touched upon that because I know a lot of times I'm sure people ask you, they kind of want a one size fits all answer. They're like, hey, can you just help me? Like, I have this quick question. But it goes a lot deeper than that. It affects, like you mentioned, your lifestyle, your diet, all of these things that you don't even realize could be affecting your skin, could be. And it's like, I don't really know the first thing when it comes to skin, but if I tell someone like you, hey, this is my diet, this is my fitness plan, this is what I'm doing, you have a better idea of how to help me. It's not just, okay, you want your acne gone, we'll just do this and then it'll be over. It's like, no, it's a little bit more than that. So making sure that someone takes the time and learns and talks to you and is able to find out, where they might need help that they don't even realize that they needed it.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm here for. I kind of take that guesswork out, but it is a give and take relationship. So obviously, you're coming in to see me, I'm seeing you. We kind of have to work together because everybody is different. Every facial that I do, every skin treatment, every at-home regimen that I offer, it's personalized. So it is not one size fits all. And that's what I love about this is that it's all unique to the individual.
So awesome. Well, really quick, before we wrap it up, you've been here for, you said it, 15 years, which is just awesome and incredible. What would you recommend for us newbies in Flagler to do? Maybe places to go, events we can go to, groups we can join, anywhere to kind of get active with the community, kind of put ourselves out there.
Yeah. First of all, listening to I Love Flagler County podcast here, I will say there are so many gems that you have interviewed and had on here that I think it's amazing that you're doing that. So
Thank
continue
you.
to do that. But also, I have found that like Palm Coast, the city itself, and Flagler Beach, that city itself, They have a lot of events going on all the time, and typically they're pretty good about pushing it out to social media, whether it's Instagram or Facebook. And that's how I found a lot of the communities that I'm in. And the fact that our entire community is very inclusive is something that I like. It doesn't make the town feel as big as it is, but it does give you that feeling that you belong somewhere and you belong to something. So find your people, explore, get out, but do it at your own pace because it can
Mm,
be overwhelming when you are coming here. It's new, it's a change, and I understand that that's not always the easiest thing to just jump into. So
right.
these are kind of some of my tips just from trial and error here.
Yeah, well, it's so true that Palm Coast, like the town itself, does a lot of stuff. Like just the other weekend they had health and wellness at FPC, the high school. And then I went home and I went through town center and they had an event in town center as well. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. I know they have like food truck Tuesdays sometimes in town center. So definitely just go. I think Facebook is the easiest place to find all of these things. Just go to that events tab,
Yeah.
things nearby. There's like at least a good 100 every single day that pop up. It's so cool. So I'm so glad that you brought those up.
Yeah, yeah,
Awesome.
definitely.
Well, Morgan, thank you so much for the time today. I really appreciate it. This was a lot of fun. Like I said, this is a fun topic, I think, for anyone to learn. I'm always interested in learning more about skincare and really upping my skincare treatment regimen plan, whatever that word is. But
You got
thank you again, Morgan. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. This was a lot of fun.
Yes, it was. Thank you for having me.
Of course. And to everyone listening, thank you so much as well. I really appreciate you. And I will see you next time.